One day I was in deep meditation and I received a visit from Satan, the father of hate. And he wanted to have this conversation, which of course ended up with us debating. But anyway, he started off by stating that, Jojo, I've been waiting to talk to you now. I've been watching you now for what, 50 years? I know all your hopes, your dreams, your fears, shared all your laughter and your tears, and I've come to this conclusion. And I said, what? He said, you do have somewhat of a brain between those two ears, which is why I want to ask you something. And I said, what? He said, are you happy with the state of your existence? And I said, well, of course. But you know, the devil is known for his persistence. And he said, look, Joe, you know that I know that you know that I know that you desire certain things. You know, like the life you see on your TV screens and magazines, fat cars, diamond rings, big booty queens, life fit for a king. You know what I mean. But look at you. You're living life barely getting by while all your friends are out making ends, hitting skins, getting high, while you're sitting here contemplating life, asking yourself why, with what, maybe another 4 more years until you die? You deserve the good life, this you can't deny, and I know that you want it, so tell me, why you keep telling yourself a lie? I said, well, look, that sounds all good, and if I could get it, I would, but right now I'm locked down in the hood, and I got mouths to feed. I barely got time to read. I'm gonna get what I want when I can barely get what I need. And he said, take heed, because I'm about to school you in the art of seduction and show you the finer points of corruption so you can live the good life without interruption. Since the dawn of man's creation, I've made his happiness my single occupation. Oh, forgive me. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Lucifer. I'm the man that shakes nations. If comfort and pleasure is what you truly do treasure, simply bow down and worship me, and I give you riches beyond measure. And I said, never get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, I should never bow down before you, no matter how tempting. I worship God only, and to only he shall I listen. So could you please get out my face before your ass come up missing? He said, you know what? That was spoken very eloquent. You sound just like someone I know who's heaven sent. But I wonder, will you have the same sentiment when next week you can't pay your rent? He said, look, you can act like you content and act like you got all the sense. But you and I both know the only God you truly trust is written on this dead president. He said, look, Joe, God is anything or anyone who's in control. And I said, whoa, what profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his own soul? He said, what guarantees do you have that heaven was everything you was told? He said, you can't even understand something as simple as the nature of electricity. Yet when it comes to heaven and hell, you quick to question me. Oh, how I marvel at the mortal psyche, whose true gods are Adidas, Reebok, and Nike. Hypocrite, you know you just like me. He said, look, man, I only want to give you everything your heart desires, so tell me, why you want to fight me? So I said, how can you give me what you don't even own? Even your very own existence is given to you on loan. It is written that man shall not live by just bread alone, and he shall surely reap for every seed that is sown. Time flows like water, here today, then it's gone. And I got no more time for idle chatter, so please, please get the hell on. So, you know, the devil get a little upset. He said, you know what? He said, you think you righteous because you sitting here quoting biblical texts? You'd flip the script like a hypocrite if I started talking about sex. These things that you seek, you most surely won't find, because when it comes to mankind, the blind surely lead the blind. You interpretate something literal. Without reading between the lines, you choose to walk this straight and narrow road without reading all the signs. Fool, look around you. Everything you see in this world is mine. So keep praying to your invisible God, because you're just wasting your time. I said, true, true, true. You're the master of the physical and every desire for the material. But me, I'm on a quest for the spiritual. I'm seeking that conscious and subconscious connection, because I know that's where God answers all my questions and judges my confessions and grants me all my blessings. You see, I understand that God helps those who help themselves because God is in me. And that's why knowledge of self is the key and the only truth that makes you free. You see, fame and fortune are temporary and hard times are necessary. And I know that my final resting place is a long way beyond the cemetery. I know that hell is just a state and willpower decides fate, and that life is just a classroom and death is just a gate. So never will I bereave when I know that I can achieve anything in this world my mind can conceive, and that knowing is the goal and having faith in what I believe. So while you seek to deceive, causing every heart to grieve, I'm my brother's keeper when in need. Because I was brought here to give and not just to receive. And with that, the conversation ended as he turned to walk away. But then he stopped and looked back as if he had something else to say. But all he did was smile, which sent a chill down my spine. And then there came this powerful flash of light that temporarily left me blind. But as my vision slowly returned, I saw something that made me thought I'd lost my mind. Because where there was once the face of a devil was now one that looked exactly like mine. And then the realization hit me that made the answers to life much clearer. That the devil that each of us must conquer is the one staring back at us in the mirror.